Hi guys. This is the classroom today. I moved two of my friends. Yay! Fuck. So one of them is. Say you fucking bitch. I have a gun pointed at you.
Oh man, what's my name?
His name is Daddy, and your name is.
Alasmin.
Man, yes. Today we're gonna be watching My Teacher Got Me Pregnant. That's. I'm in my school right now.
Oh my god, those two girls just told me you're doing okay.
Okay guys, let's start the video. Okay.
You ever done something truly evil and destroyed someone's whole life? Well, I have. I was 19 and about to graduate from high school. But then my math teacher, Mr. Cumberbatch, told me I'd failed his class and would have to repeat the year. I was devastated because I had already made plans to go to college. So I started crying and begged him to show mercy and let me pass. But he said no, and shook
He said, if you can, if you just do some favors for me.
his head. In a last attempt, I gave him a big hug and said, "Please, Mr. Cumberbatch, isn't there anything I can do?" He pushed me away and said, "No, it's too late now." But I showed persistence and kept begging him, saying, "Please, please, please, Mr. Cumberbatch, isn't there anything I can do for you?" Finally, he had a change of heart and wrote down an address on a paper and said, "Okay, come here on Saturday, 6 p.m. We will do some math exercises, and if you do well..."
They're gonna do some yoga.
Yoga classes.
"I will change your grade and let you pass."
Yoga.
I gave him one last hug and said, "Thank you, Mr. Cumberbatch. You are the best." When Saturday arrived, I was very nervous. I didn't know if I was going on a date or if I was getting a private math lesson.
You know, this is called
Wake up!
Wait, I need.
Dressed myself up. I put on my old school uniform, but made a few changes to look as exciting as possible. When I arrived
She's a fun. She's doing
at his house, he opened the door and said, "Come in, you're looking gorgeous today." I responded with, "Thank you, Mr. Cumberbatch, you're looking good too." We sat down at a desk and he told me to solve some math problems, but I couldn't focus. Mr. Cumberbatch was so close to me and I realized how attractive he was. I mean, I was 19 and he was only 10 years older than me. What turned me on the most was the authority he had over me. He could decide whether I would pass the year or repeat it. At one point, I just stared into his eyes and hoped he would kiss me, but I guess he was too nervous. So instead,
This is enough.
This is enough. No, we need to.
Get forward.
I kissed him, and he liked it. Kissing my high school teacher wasn't technically illegal, but we still broke the rules of our school. A teacher-student relationship was strictly prohibited, but that's what made it so exciting. When we said goodbye to each other, I asked him if I had studied enough to pass the year, and he said, "You have worked very hard today, and therefore I will let you pass." I said, "Thank you, Mr. Cumberbatch," and gave him one more kiss on his mouth. This might shock you, but it was my first time. And because of my inexperience, I forgot to tell him to use protection. So 2 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant.
Oh my god.
I didn't mind though,
How is she pregnant?
We all know she's.
because I really liked Mr. Cumberbatch. The next day, I went up to him at school to tell him about the baby. I secretly hoped we would become a couple. But when he heard the news, he got angry and said, "You will go to the pharmacy right now and get the pill." I didn't like the way he talked to me. This was my body and therefore my decision. I asked him if he was interested in raising the baby with me, but he freaked out and screamed, "I already have a wife and kid. I'll never take care of your stupid baby. Go to the pharmacy right now." I screamed.
No, this is
share my story.
Share my story.
Same thing.
Yeah, anyway.
Different thing.
Screamed back, "You're married?" And he said, "Of course. And don't act like you didn't know. All my students know I have a wife and kid." Wow, what a jerk. Not only did he betray his wife,
She's the one who became a slut to
but now he was trying to put the blame on me. I got angry and said, "I will keep the baby and tell your wife what you did." That's when
I hate her.